Alright, I'm going to shoot a video here for how to install the wood furnace. You're coming up the road from that side off the turnpike, exit 189. I'm in the Fannisburg post office parking lot, pulling out on Route 75 here. So when you get off the turnpike, exit 189, you make a right. You go about 3 miles on Route 75 and you'll be right where we are here, coming into this four-way stop sign. Go straight through the four-way stop. And there's a Family Dollar right here at the top of the hill on the left. We could meet you in their parking lot. But with this video, maybe you'll be confident to just come all the way back. So as soon as you pass the Family Dollar, you get down to the bottom of the valley right here. Turn left right here at this greenhouse with the 2-car garage. It's paved for the first 30 feet, and then it's dirt road the rest of the way back. This road used to be really rutted out, but they fixed it up half decent last summer. So it's pretty smooth now. A little bit of snow left on it. It's probably like a quarter of a mile back to the house. So you come down to like a sweeping left-hand corner here, and you'll stay to your left. Show you here as you come out of this corner. You could go uphill to the right and there's a sign for a camp that's back there. You're going to stay to your left. And then at this little intersection here, you could go left down the hill to go out from our house, but we go straight back. It says private, no outlet right there on the left. Just go straight back. It's my neighbor here on the left, and then it's our house. Stone house with green shutters, brown 3-rail fence. Now once the snow melts, we'd plan to take the furnace down to the right of that silver car, right between 2 small trees here. Right now there's snowbanks everywhere. There is one last stone house back behind me here, and he has a cul-de-sac, but he often parks up on the road and kind of blocks the cul-de-sac because he's the last guy back. But if we had to, we could get him to leave that open for us to do a turnaround there. Once the snow's melted, I think we could turn around just fine with my property here. Like you can pull up past and then back in to my driveway. A little bit of a driveway right by the wishing well there. That's where I'm going to park. Alright. I'll see if I can shoot a continuous video here just to show where this furnace is going to end up. So if we'd be able to drive right down between these 2 small trees here, shouldn't be any trouble once the snow is gone. There's a kitty. So I have a concrete pad right at that burn barrel is where I'm planning to set the furnace, and then the lines would run in to my basement. I'm actually thinking of running the lines in right here at this spouting. We already have some electric wires and stuff coming through the house. We can just make a bigger hole above or beside that and probably run the lines in there. If we do that, then I'd dig the trench coming out, probably on the outside of the steps. Have the trench come down like this, and right straight over to the pad. So I was thinking, if I'm going to already have the trench opened before you bring the furnace, I'd probably want to dig the trench to the left side of the pad. That way, when you bring the furnace, you'd be able to back in and deliver it, you know, from the other side without having to run into the trench. So that's the plan there. Have the trench following my footsteps. I'm going to measure it here later, and I can include the measurements in the email. I'm just going to guess it's probably 40 to 50 feet total. Probably 40 feet at the most for the trench. Okay, we'll go in the basement and show you what it looks like inside. Because our other option would be if we ran the trench from the concrete pad straight up here under the deck. Move my blue barrels that are going to be for a boat dock at some point. We'd be able to bore a hole, you know, like right below this window, or to the side of it somewhere, and run the lines in that way. But when we get inside, I'll show you why I'm considering using this left side of the house, because it won't block the corner of my basement. Then there's concrete that's poured probably about 2 feet high up toward the windowsill here, so you can't go in at ground level. And if you go in higher, you know, and then straight out across, it's going to create an issue there. I'm afraid it might be better to use the corner. So I'm going to have to move some junk to make this project happen here. But if we were going straight out, you can see the burn barrel out the window. If we were going straight out, there is concrete right about this shelf level at the back here, so you'd have to be that high up to bore your hole out right underneath that window. You can't go out down at ground level. And then the lines would kind of block, you know, this corner. Probably not ideal. So if we would go out through the side where the electric already runs out, the line could curve and run right underneath this workbench. There's space to go on the inside of those 2x4s. And like you had said, this probably does not have to be insulated PEX if it's in my basement. Basement's usually at least 55 to 60 degrees. It's not exactly heated, but it's not like it's outside. So whether we do insulated or uninsulated PEX, we'll make that decision then. But it can run right under the workbench and probably come out on this side. Still has clearance. And straight back here to our furnace to make connections. I'm pretty sure that this is the hot water return coming down into the furnace. I'm assuming that's where you would tie in with the plate heat exchanger. This is a Burnham boiler. We don't have any electric hot water heat. We just use our boiler in the summer. I have a breaker that I just flip off all day long because it's just the two of us with no kids. We don't need hot water through the summertime until it's time for showers and dishwashing and that sort of thing. So we usually just do that in the evening. We'll flip the furnace on and just run it up for hot water for the night. So that's what we're working with. But I'll get some measurements and include those along with a link to this video once I upload it to YouTube. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're working with here. Alright, we'll get her loaded up and send it out.